Well, this is exciting here, DC. The founder of Jeet Kune Do, one of the founding fathers, really, of mixed martial arts, Bruce Lee, is back in a big spot here tonight.
Bruce Lee is what every kid looked to when they thought about doing karate. Bruce Lee is the person that anyone looked at when they said, I want to be a fighter. It was the speed, it was the charisma, it was the approach of Bruce Lee that made him so special. And tonight, he's gonna look to show a new generation of fighters exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And if you hear the phrase, drillers make killers, right? I mean, that was Bruce Lee in a nutshell. He felt like practice would make perfect. Nobody trained as hard as the great Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, ladies and gentlemen, Bruce effing Lee steps inside the octagon. He looks ready.
This is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. All right, early round action here, and keep an eye on that jab of Kamaru Usman, right? I don't have to tell a lot of you who are listening tonight that he has gone to great lengths to develop that with Trevor Whitman, and that has really helped him set up his takedowns. But he wants to box tonight. He feels like this matchup is a striking matchup for him. We'll see if he can put those words into action here tonight. Usman going for the takedown here, nothing doing there.
Job with his jab right now.
Couple of chins here being tested early. Straight right hand, no good. Oh, another blistering combination there, really starting to do a nice job stringing the shots together.
And you can see the damage in his opponent's body, his face, his body, his legs. He's beating him up on all the targets. It's not one guy just headhunting. He is finding every opening that is presented to him.
That shot is blocked by Lee. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, he slipped that strike and then countered beautifully. Really starting to get his range and get into a good flow on the feet as the longer fighter. Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He certainly has that part of his game going tonight.
He's a fantastic kickboxer, but tonight is the kicks that lead the dance. Solid punch from the clinch here. Another punch to the head.
Missed with that right hand. Oh, man, this is one thing you do not want to get kicked in the head in MMA.
You cannot take too many of those head kicks, but this guy gets his leg up there so fast, sometimes you don't see it coming.
Oh, effective strike there by Lee. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up.
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Beautiful spinning attack there. Usman gets touched by that kick there. Really finding the kicking range now. Another one lands there.
Gets to the single collar top.
And a nice job of sticking with it there to complete the takedown.
Full side control now.
Usman's back in side control.
Right to the knee on belly. Gains great posture and starts raining down punches. If his opponent does not move, this fight is going to be stopped.
Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Lee.
Big ground and pound.
Ground and pound keeps coming. Good movement to avoid that damage coming down.
I need you to get back to guard for me. Move your hips.
Lee's in half guard.
Hey, scramble, get up.
Just because he got taken down doesn't mean he ain't gonna punch. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom. Side control, he's pretty safe there.
Usman's back in full mount. Under a minute to go.
He's got to be careful here.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Usman. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes. He's got to be careful here. There it is. Now he's won them out.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Usman. Final seconds of round one. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Round two straight ahead.
Hey, stop.
All right, take a seat. Deep breath. Slow that heart rate down. Awesome. Your striking is looking superb. Everything you're putting out there is landing.
All right, let's get you some of the action from that previous round, DC. And those are some serious leg kicks, man.
He gets the leg to the target so quickly. He gets his foot off the ground so quickly that you don't even recognize that it's coming. And that's really confusing his opponent.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Go. All right, round two. Usman gets hit with a kick. Uppercut to the head. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
The fighters separate. That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to the target. So he'll continue to throw, and he'll continue to wear on his own gas tank.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Kamaru Usman. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. All right, so the hands are crispy tonight. Not exactly what we thought we would see out of this wrestler, but as a former two-time U.S. Olympian yourself with some hands, you can fall in love with those.
He can fall in love with the striking, but he is showing tonight that everything starts with his wrestling. He gives you the level change, which then in turn helps him land in the striking. He looks fantastic. I did not expect him to look this good in the boxing tonight.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Good work from the top here by Usman. Another ground and pound strike gets home. All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. He talked to us a lot about pace and pressure, and he has certainly kept up his end of the bargain.
I mean, the cardio is fantastic tonight. He is pushing at a level that we have not seen him fight before. This is shades of Colby Covington, Max Holloway, those guys that can fight all night. He is showing you that he has done the work in the training room, and it's on full display tonight.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Usman. grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Just over 2 minutes to go in round two. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Kamaru Usman. Oh, another strike lands from the top. All right, he's got him in the north-south position now, DC. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this.
Yes, they have to be mature about the fact that this is a real fighting position, and the guy on top has a lot of opportunities to finish. If he's going to attack this north-south choke, he's got to drive that shoulder deep into his neck, really start to sink his weight away, which will in turn cut the oxygen from his opponent, allowing him to get the finish.
Oh, crowd just loving it as the fighters, after an extended grappling battle, make their way back to the feet.
Yeah, they're back on their feet. They spend a lot of energy on the ground. These guys are going back and forth on the ground, and ultimately, he's gotten back to his feet to give himself an opportunity. Taking for a ride. Nice double leg. Nice finish. Yes, smart adjustment. Yep.
Oh, beautiful straight left hand.
He's sticking him over and over again. He's got his head popping back.
45 seconds remain in the round. All right, here engaging a single collar tie. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. 20 seconds to go. Just misses with the left hook. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Final seconds here of round two. Two rounds in the books.
That's what I'm talking about right there. He can't handle your striking. Just keep moving to your left. Just stay away from his power and just keep.
All right, that's the end of the round as we show you some of the highlights over those 5 minutes. Really a clinic when it comes to the ground and pound.
Yeah, man, this is what you're taught. When you're learning to become a ground and pound fighter, you want to do it exactly like he did. Gain posture, have height, control hands and wrists, land strikes, don't throw too many, throw just enough, control, throw again, control. He did it perfect.
Ready.
Third round underway. And that one certainly found the target. Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there, really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight. Nice punch by Lee.
Oh, nice takedown defense.
And now some distance as they pull apart. A single collar tie.
Oh, that right hand barely missed there.
Unable to land the head kick there. Double leg takedown is true. Usman going to work here from the full guard. Nice combination of strikes, mixing it up pretty well here.
Great job landing from the top position. He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Lee.
Fight.
Now he's got the single collar in the clinch. Well, not much of a setup there. Misses with the left hook.
He gets to the single collar tie. Look for him to now start to find uppercuts up the middle to try to do damage to his opponent.
3 minutes to go in round 3. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Lead kick is true there by Lee.
Ooh, what a punch. These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it.
So we have passed the midway point in the fight.
That was great.
Oh, big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish. Oh, nice little right hook there.
And yet another hook connected there by Usman. All right, single collar tie now.
He does a great job getting out of that clinch position. Nice punch to the head. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Once you take that many kicks, it doesn't matter if they're hard or not. Those are a lot of kicks.
Usman gets another takedown. That's been there all night.
Very active off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
Oh, seamless transition to half guard there.
Unbelievable how quick.
Usman's trying to lock up on a submission now. Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in. Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He's able to take his arm out and stay safe. He does a great job of getting that leg kick. Lands a solid kick right there.
Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it, too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Constantly a moving target. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds.
Okay, calm down, calm down. You are losing the striking power, okay? You're better than this, all right? You need to set up the shots. You need to keep moving. Where's the head moving?
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round, and a lot of good offensive wrestling work from him over those previous 5 minutes.
I mean, great offensive wrestling. Every time he changed levels and got to his opponent's legs, he was able to secure the takedown. Let's see what type of fatigue his opponent will carry into the next round.
All right, so the takedown's the big storyline in that previous round. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and got to be pretty discouraging to get grounded that many times in one round.
Oh, it's so discouraging because all you want to do is let your offense go. But every time you're getting dragged to the floor constantly, you're starting to get fatigued. He's starting to wear on you. Let's see what type of effect it takes on his offensive approach as the next round starts.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Lee.
Back to your feet. Come on, get back to your feet. Get back to your feet.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Usman. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Oh, great ground strike there, and now blood is a factor.
Great shot from the top position. Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Excellent ground and pound strikes here by Kamaru Usman. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control, because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just...
He's having his way with him here.
Getting him out here. He's got to be careful here. Changing the position.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Usman. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. And again, dealing with that cut around his eye. Gotta be careful.
He's got to shore up the...
Usman's trying for a submission here.
Oh my goodness, he might have it.
Also, how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You gotta make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. The ground strikes continue to pile up. Under a minute to go. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Usman. Another ground and pound strike lands.
That was a slick transition.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Usman going to work here from guard. Nice combination there. Everything he throws is with fight-ending intentions. Nice strike from bottom position. 20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go.
All right, buddy, take a seat. Breathe for me. It's okay. Deep breath. Slow that heart rate down. You're fine. All right, we gotta protect that body more. You're letting him get in.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Oh, beautiful jab there by Kamaru Usman. Looks as though that kick to the body got through.
punches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Big power shot there. Pretty good position here with the single collar in the clinch.
I don't know how many times he can get hit in the head and stay in this fight.
Oh, gets the single leg takedown. Pretty good velocity on that one.
Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position. That was nice. In the half guard.
Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Usman. Right inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out, or guys start to attack triangle.
Usman's back in half guard.
Now he's going full mount. He's got to start throwing down.
3 minutes now to go in this one. Good work from the top here by Usman. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Kamaru Usman.
Beautiful transition. Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
All right, operating inside the closed guard now.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight. Oh, big pop from the crowd as they get back to their feet after a pretty scintillating grappling battle there on the ground.
Well, it's an educated crowd, John. They appreciated all the grappling exchanges and how skilled both of these men are.
He's able to protect the eye there with that block. Nice job with his fight awareness there to raise the guard.
If you're gonna go out on your shield. If you're going out, go out on your shield. Don't just walk backwards. Go forward. Make him fight you.
Nice. Nicely done. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Oh my goodness!
Usman gets the single leg takedown. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. 30 seconds to go in the round. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here. Great job finding his shots from the top position. He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
What a fight! 25 minutes turned in. The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman!
All right, so judges' scorecards are needed. They are rendered, and they go to Kamaru Usman, your winner tonight by decision. I thought he fought pretty well tonight.
Well, I mean,